Good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. We're so glad you joined us. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverdi. All right, are you a triple threat, Julie? How about a quadruple threat?
Maybe a triple. I don't know about a quad, not me. But today we're about to meet some as we continue our Broadway Balances America series, going behind the scenes of Broadway's best shows as they travel across the country.
So much fun. I love this one. Life is a
cabaret, baby.
As we introduce you to some of the talented cast from the Tony Award-winning production of Cabaret, directed by Sam Mendes and Rob Marshall.
We'll enter into the world of the infamous Kit Kat Klub and see how they prepare for such a demanding role that has them acting, singing, dancing, and playing an instrument.
I think it's time to raise the curtain and start the show.
The Balancing Act starts
right now. Life is a cabaret.
Broadway Balances America, brought to you by Broadway across America, bringing the best of Broadway to a city near you.
We're once again heading to Broadway and beyond as our Broadway Balances America series, I love this series, takes us behind the scenes of some of the most beloved Broadway musicals as they travel across the country and into your local theaters.
Roundabout Theater Company's Tony Award-winning production of
Cabaret,
directed by Sam Mendes and Rob Marshall, is hitting the road and taking audiences into the infamous and seductive Kit Kat Klub during a pre-World War II Germany where the Emcee, Sally Bowles, and a raucous ensemble take the stage nightly to tantalize the crowd and to leave their troubles outside.
And for the talented quadruple threats of the Kit Kat girls and boys who make up the ensemble of the production, prepping for a rigorous touring schedule takes balance to excel in all four disciplines.
As Balancing Act correspondent Amber Milt learned when she got a preview of their acting, singing, dancing, and musical abilities. So together we say, come hear the music play.
That's all right, baby. Here we go. Yeah.
That's right, ladies. These multi-talented actors are part of the Roundabout Theater Company's 50th anniversary season, which includes the national tour of the Tony Award-winning musical, Cabaret. Rehearsal is in full swing as the performers get final notes from choreographer Cynthia Onrubia. Being part of the Kit Kat Klub ensemble means they must be able to sing, dance, act, and play a musical instrument.
You want diversity, but it all has to come together musically. I want to keep a certain standard of the show, because once you set the tone, and especially me, I won't settle for, anything less.
The numbers are hugely important to the show, partly because they drive the show in terms of its musical content. We begin in a club, the club numbers intersect with the scenes, they propel the themes of the show. The abrasion between the scenes, which fire in, and the songs that fire out, that give the show its unique energy.
The story, which first debuted on Broadway 50 years ago, takes audiences into the seductive Kit Kat Klub during pre-World War II Germany. Berlin is thriving, but everything is about to change.
It's what happens to Sally Bowles, who's a chanteuse, and Cliff Bradshaw, an American writer, and their romance, and how history intersects with that romance, their romance, and also the romance of an older couple, Fawn Schneider and Herr Schultz. And of course, there's this character of the Emcee, which is perhaps the most famous character in the show. And he comes in throughout the evening and does fantastic numbers that illuminate and expand upon the themes that you discover in the book scenes.
It takes a really, really tough situation in history and adds light to it from the characters, from what they're going through. The dancing is pretty surreal. The way that the story's told is so innovative and so timeless to all the audiences that get to see it.
This Sam Mendes, Rob Marshall production features the music of Candor and Ebb, the team behind Chicago, and it all starts with casting.
Kit Kat Boys and Girls are also the orchestra. There's that extra element of musicianship that comes into play. It's finding the people who can also wail on a saxophone and sing and dance and act. That is where it becomes tricky.
As a quadruple threat, Danny Spieler, who plays Lulu, can definitely wail on the saxophone. Being part of the show is a dream come true.
Oh, you like Lulu, don't you?
We started working on Willkommen and Don't Tell Mom. These are iconic numbers that I have, sang in my bedroom since I was a little girl. So to actually be learning that same choreography and that same production that I was so excited to see, I can't even put it to words. It's so, just doing those moves, it immediately feels like, wow, this is so exciting.
Preparation is key.
It's just making sure to warm up every part of your show. You have to warm up your instrument, you have to warm up your voice, you have to warm up your body, and then at the end of the show, you have to cool it all down as well.
And Helga!
Playing the character of Helga, this marks Sarah Bishop's touring debut.
I am like a father to her. So when she is bad, I spank her.
There's a lot of anticipation. I'm just excited to get started because, I've dreamed about doing this for a long time, and it just happens to incorporate all these awkward, weird talents they just happen to have. Like, how many girls play the trumpet? It was such a perfect fit for what I wanted to do as an actor and what the show has to offer. And being on tour, I think it's a good time for me to be traveling and exploring at a relatively young age.
Lori Yore is more familiar with the territory. She was part of the show's revival in 1998 and the first national tour of Cabaret.
I'm still excited to be a part of the show 15 years later in my career. But I feel like I have so much more to offer for my characters now. I've lived longer and I've had more life experiences, whether they're good or bad, but they can all add to make a stronger presence on stage and add more layers to the character that I'll be playing.
Making sure the characters are clothed, at least partially, is six-time Tony Award winner William Ivy Long, who is once again creating the fabulous fashions.
This needs to hug the butt like that. One of the MC's lines is, every night we have to fight with the girls to keep them from taking off other clothes. Tonight we might lose the battle. So specifically, I took that as my mission. So my job is to make sure the ladies can give that impression that these clothes are just gonna fall off them. We have 2 bras on and 3 panties while supporting them in all the choreography and everything they're doing. This is an example of you can think you're just so smart and you do a sketch based on a reference, and then you get the live person in the room and it doesn't look good at all, so you change it.
You can learn the combination all day long in the studio, but once you put the costume, it adds a whole nother level of intensity to your character.
Wearing those revealing costumes means staying in top physical shape is critical.
Hey Sarah, how's it going? Hi, how are you today?
Lift it up and exhale. Pulling your shoulder blades together. Absolutely breathtaking. Really keep tension on the bands the whole time. Prepare us for our show tonight, not destroy us. So do about 5 more seconds of this, nice and easy. So as your dancers will know, it's like you're trying to go in opposition.
But to balance that, so is having a life outside the theater.
Professional and personal balance, especially as an actor, is necessary. I'm recently engaged, so for me being on tour, it's going to be a matter of staying in touch. My fiance is going to be flying out a ton. I'm a preschool teacher when I'm not doing a show, so it's all about finding little things that give you a little bit of happiness, a little bit of joy in your day-to-day when you're not on a gig.
So here at Cabaret, everybody is so multi-talented, but I wanted to get in on the fun. Ready, guys? Let's take it away.
Happily, the national tour is now getting underway.
You want them to take away what has always been at the heart of the show, which is that it's exciting, it's memorable, it's musically thrilling, the numbers are fantastic, the characters are memorable, but also that it's challenging. It makes us think, it moves us. And I think I can say that this production in particular does that probably better than any other, I think.
You come out maybe with a few tears, but yet you are like, this is why I just bought a ticket to this. This is what theater is. And this is why we come to the theater. And that's what I want people to walk out and feel.
The North American tour of Cabaret is heading soon to a theater near you. Check out Broadway Balances America, Broadway Across America, or you can go to our website, thebalancingact.com, for all the show information, tour dates, and more.
So whether your goal is as small as eating a better breakfast every day or as big as making it on Broadway, we hope we've inspired you to go out and have a great day and a great year.
We wish you all kinds of success as you try to reach the goals you've set for 2016.
And if one of your New Year's resolutions is to finally see a fabulous play on Broadway, we can help you with that.
We sure can. Remember to check out Broadway Balances America to see when Cabaret is coming to your city.